Hi YouTube! Today I'm going to be reviewing and talking about the Cheekathon palette by Benefit. You get 5 shades, 4 of them are blushes, and then 1 is a bronzer. So the first thing I want to say about this palette is that you really get a great deal because I paid $58 for this at Sephora, and usually the box blushes themselves are $29 a piece anyway. So if you buy 2 blushes, it's basically the same price as buying the whole palette, and you get so much more. I did check the weights while I was in the store because this does have the weights listed on the back, and I did compare them to the individual shades, and you're getting the same amount of product. So really it is an awesome deal that you're getting. So the first thing I'm going to do is talk about the shades, and then I'm also going to mention some dupes if you didn't want to go out and buy the whole palette, or if you're kind of drawn to a shade but maybe you have something similar in your collection. The first shade I'm going to talk about is Dandelion. It's this one right here. It's a beautiful soft pink, gorgeous. This was what I was the most excited about, was Dandelion, because that's like a very go-to shade, very easy. You can throw it on, go to school, go to whatever. It's beautiful. It reminds me a lot of Dame by MAC. Where did I throw her? Oh, over here. Okay, yes, it reminds me a lot of Dame by MAC. Both beautiful soft pinks. It's kind of hard to tell, but they're very similar. I do love that one. I wear it a ton. Beautiful color. It kind of has a brightening effect. I'm not sure if that's how it's marketed or not, but to me, I definitely get a brightening effect. The next shade that I'm going to talk about is the Hula. Now, this is a beautiful shade. It's the bronzer. I use it, usually when I use it all over my face with a fluffy brush just to kind of warm my skin up. A lot of people love it as a contour. I think it's a beautiful contour. In the summertime, I can use it as a contour, but in the colder months, it's just a little bit too orange for me, so I end up using it more like with a fluffy brush if I wanted to just give myself like a wash of color. But it's matte, so it's a great contour shade. And, you know, if you're traveling and you want to just grab something and throw it in your bag, you get bronzer and blush within this palette. So that's pretty nice. The next shade I'm going to talk about is Rockateur. And this one ended up being my favorite shade out of the whole palette. And it surprised me. It was probably the one I was the least drawn to or excited about because it looks, I don't know, I thought it would be too shimmery. I just wasn't really drawn to it, but I thought, oh, you know, it comes in the palette, I'll use it. I love this. It's like a dusty, it's like a plum, not plum. It's like a dark pink with maybe a tad of plum, but very shimmery, but very wearable. I'm wearing that today. And I mean, it's not like chunks of glitter or anything. It reminds me a lot of MAC Warm Soul, which I really love. MAC Warm Soul tends to be a little more brown to me. I can compare it. She's filthy. I'll open it up. They're very similar, but I do see it more brown in Warm Soul, and this is much more of like a dusty pink. But it's beautiful. I love it. Next, we have the shade Dallas. Dallas is gorgeous. It's like a dusty rose, beautiful color. It reminds me a little bit of MAC Sincere, but MAC Sincere is a touch more brown, maybe not orange, but definitely a touch more brown. But that's lovely. It even pulls a little bit of plum to me. Beautiful shade. Okay, and then the last color in this palette is Coralista, and it's beautiful. I love this shade. It'll look great with a tan when the summer months come, but it's pretty, you know, just, you know, even now with my skin being kind of fair. Beautiful color, kind of golden in color, beautiful. It reminds me a touch of Peaches by MAC, but it's definitely not as bright as Peaches. Peaches is more of like a brighter shade. This, and it doesn't have a sheen. Peaches is more of a matte. I think it's their sheer tone. Yeah, it's their sheer tone blush. So not really any sheen to the MAC one, but this one has a beautiful sheen. I love this. So, and also the thing I really love about this palette is you get this big, huge mirror, which again, like if you were going out of town and you wanted to just throw something in your bag, you have, you know, a couple of choices of blushes with whatever look you wanted to do. and you have your bronzer in there already, and you have your mirror, so that's perfect. I looked online, I didn't see this, but when I went, I bought mine from the Sephora store, and when I went, they had several, so I think you can still get it in store. It's a great value. I'm going to swatch some of the shades to show you so you can get a comparison on my skin. I'm very pale, especially right now in the month of February. My skin has not seen sun in quite some time now. So I'm very pale, but I will swatch these and show you. So this first one is Dandelion. Kind of see that. That's a beautiful soft pink. Then I'm just going to kind of go down my arm. Here's Hula. Nice medium brown. Not too orange. Very pretty. Next is Rockateur. Beautiful shade. It's a little bit hard to tell with my lighting in here, but do you see how that has that gorgeous sheen? Oh, so pretty. I'm going to go this way a little. Then we have Dallas, which is like dusty mauve. So pretty. And then the last one is the Coralista. Very pretty. That'll definitely look pretty in the summer months with like a nice tan, or if you self-tan. So you do get a really good range of colors. Very good deal, like I said. It did come with this little brush. I don't use it. It just, came with it. But, I mean, you could, I know it kind of reminds some people of that, the Ida brush by NARS. If you wanted to try to contour, you could give it a shot. But I usually just kind of stick it in a drawer somewhere. But that's it for my review of the Cheekathon palette. Definitely a good buy price-wise and, convenience-wise, because you get such a gorgeous array of colors. But thank you for watching. Please subscribe.